Do you remember that guy who once claimed his entire family were vampires? He showed off sharpened fangs, demonstrated unnervingly fast reflexes, and insisted that his eyes changed color right on camera. At the time, most viewers dismissed it as a joke, but there's one detail that gives people pause. According to recent claims, there are supposedly more than 1,000 people around the world who identify as vampires. And this story runs much deeper than it appears at first glance. Back in 1997, a man appeared on a popular TV show claiming he was a real vampire. Naturally, no one believed him. But take a look at how he appears today. It seems as if his body hasn't aged a single day, even though 28 years have passed. And that's not all. There's also a woman who calls herself a vampire and says she was born in 1922. In her videos, she openly asks her followers for help, requesting what she refers to as a red liquid. She has visible fangs, and her stare looks eerily similar to the eyes of that same TikTok vampire. All of these self-proclaimed vampires claim the same thing. They were born in the same place, a castle in Transylvania. This location is said to be one of the most restricted and heavily guarded in the world. According to rumors, those who tried to get there vanished without a trace. Some believe this castle isn't just a ruin, but the true birthplace of vampires, and that Dracula himself still lives there.
As we draw closer to the end, some of these beings that has been hidden, locked away from the public will begin to reveal themselves, and with the help of the deepfake, it will be easier to mix with the fakes. There will be people who will actually be coming out who are fake actors, okay, mixing up the whole thing. So when there will be real vampires, if you don't believe they are vampires in real life, then you have a long way to go. Okay, there are movies that are more detailed about vampires than they are about humans, and there's a reason for that. You don't get such detail except you have experience a certain level of information or data. So when we talk about vampires, these things are real. Okay, when we talk about Nephilims, there are different levels to that. Okay, they are shapeshifters, they are reptilians, they are giants. Then you have the vampires. Then you have all these creatures. You need to understand that this mixing, okay, of the bloodlines has been taking place even after the flood, and it is still taking place. But these creatures has been hidden from the general population, and in these last times they will begin to reveal themselves. Some of them actually want fame, some want the following and the likes, some want to be celebrities, and they will all be given the opportunity to reveal themselves to be loved the way they are, just like what they are pushing with the LGBTQ. The same thing from transgender to transhumanism. It is all one process. Okay, we are heading somewhere. The transgender was just a step. We are going to the next step, which is the transhumanism, and it will be the mixing of iron and clay. We'll be seeing all forms of creatures, but it will be tagged AI. It will be tagged deepfake. So the same way you're seeing people wanting to be dogs now, it will be easier to translate them to becoming cyborgs, becoming vampires, and all those creatures in the later days. So you might see a real vampire drinking human blood on social media live, and it will be counted as AI. The whole thing will be like deja vu. People will be unable to tell the difference between reality and fiction, and that's exactly what they want. So they'll be mixing actors with the real deal with AI. All the hybrid children from the direct bloodline of the Watchers will finally find expression in these last days.